I'm legendary. No legs, no dairy. All legs, no dairy. That's a RuPaul song.
The more I hear about RuPaul, the less I understand.
So that sounds about right.
We're live, by the way. I hit start streaming while you were singing.
God damn you. Why you always have to get my singing voice on stream?
Because I love you.
Caught in 4K. Hang on, I gotta check the audio. Oh, so day 2 of a belly button piercing, and it does not hurt anymore, but my legs hurt because I was standing up for 8.5 hours today.
Okay, how is the standing up related to the piercing?
It's not. It's just another physical pain I'm feeling. I was working today. That's why I was standing up.
Do you remember how you learned that Samus Aran was a girl, by the way?
No.
Okay, yeah. We both our families were visiting your Nan's house, and we were playing Smash Bros. Melee on her Wii, and you were talking about Samus, and you kept calling her Samus because that was how the announcer read the name, and I was like, so you don't know anything about Samus? You don't even know she's a girl? And like learning that Samus is a girl made you so excited you went outside and told your dad.
I remember this. Oh my god.
Yeah, I
How
remember.
old was
I don't remember. I don't remember what year it was or how old either of us were. But what I do remember is that was the same visit where I gave you my copy of Spirit Tracks because I didn't like it, and then years later you gave that copy back to me because you didn't like it either.
And now I'm playing through it finally on an emulator.
Life is funny like that.
Not funny, haha, but funny.
On the bright side, once you've beaten it, no one will be able to say you didn't give it a chance.
Yep. That's true.
Although the game's
What are we doing? I don't remember.
although the game's defenders will probably argue that you only don't like it because you played it emulated. You would totally like it. You would totally actually love it if you played it on real hardware.
They'll also probably be like, see, if you get 100% of the game, it's really good. I'll be like, 100%. Game should not be good if you only get 100%.
Yeah. Plus you didn't like Phantom Hourglass on real hardware either, and it's the same controls. So
Yeah. I like Lineback though. Best part of Phantom Hourglass. Not the best part of Spirit Tracks.
he's
Nothing good.
linebacker husbando.
And Phantom Hourglass, yes. I totally
Line.
marry him.
Okay.
But in Spirit Tracks, no.
I mean his grandson or great grandson or whatever is the exact same character, just with less screen time.
Yeah, I guess. What are we doing? Whose loyalty mission do we have left?
We don't have Tali's loyalty mission left because you fucked it up. we have Zaid's loyalty mission left, and oh no, that's the wrong button. And other than that, there's grabbing the Reaper if and a whole bunch of assignments.
Zaid, let's do Zaid.
Zaid, the price of revenge.
What was his thing again? I don't remember him really. What was his?
Before he was hired by Cerberus, Zaid had taken a mission to go to Zoria and liberate an Eldfell Ashland refinery from the Blue Suns. Once his work there is done, he can dedicate his full attention to the mission. Travel to Zoria, Faya, Ismar Frontier, and land near the Eldfell Ashland refinery.
Wow, I don't remember this at all. I must have been half asleep while listening to it. Amazing.
The first time we came to Omega, as we were coming out the door, we ran into Zaid beating the crap out of a guy. And he
Oh,
was like, "You must be Shep. Cerberus hired me. As soon as I get done with this guy, I'll get on your ship. And if you can help me with this
oh,
thing, that'd be lovely."
oh. Yes, I
Count
remember
Zaid.
this now. I completely forgot about him.
He's really damn forgettable. Why am I pinged twice? Oh, okay, yeah, because I high-fived Zant.
Wait, how do you spell Zahid? Zaheed? Yes. Oh, Zaeed. Here, page.
Yeah, it's Zaid, not Zahid.
Zaeed.
Zaid
Okay, I'm good.
Masani. Or are you?
I am.
Or are you?
I'm just doing the stream ping.
Or are you?
Your mother, Mikey.
Stream ping. Revenge with Said, whoever the fuck that is. Who even is Zaid? Oh, Daniel says, "Or are you?" To something one of us said.
Where are you? Okay,
Daniel, you remember that story I told you earlier about how I told Starburst that Samus was a girl? I reminded her of it on stream just then.
I completely forgot. Memories. Memories.
Memories like the corners of my mind. Zoria. Daniel says that is a cute. Daniel says that story is cute. It's a lot cuter than the story of the mission we're about to do. Kill enemies who aren't in cover first. They're easier to hit and can be dangerous if they close in on you. Significantly less cute.
It can be dangerous.
Mommy Samara. In red or in black?
Red.
Okay. So you can see how often we've taken Zaid on missions.
I've completely forgotten about this character. That's amazing.
Daniel says, "I'm not familiar with Mass Effect other than what my buddy Mitt tells me. Is Zaid a character from it?" Yeah, Zaid is a mercenary hired by the Umbrella Corporation to assist you. And the Umbrella Corporation is what I call Cerberus because they're equally stupid. But in the plot of Mass Effect 2, Shepard gets killed, and then Umbrella resurrects her, so she has to work for them. Also, Daniel, if your buddy Mitt has told you anything about Liara, in Mass Effect 1, Starburst fell in love with Liara, and now here in Mass Effect 2, there's a new Asari squad mate who wears her neckline even lower, so Starburst is in love with her now.
Tapping into Blue Sun's communications. Stay tight and look out for ambushes.
Oh, apparently Daniel's buddy Mitt is down bad for Liara's mom.
Oh, I see. But Liara.
Liara's mom has got it going on.
Here we go. Keep close.
Dead bodies? Where? I could use a snack.
Shot in the back and left to rot. That's definitely Vito's style. Let's push ahead.
keep forgetting about ammo powers. But really, there's no reason not to ever use them, considering, like...
Command to Bravo. Take a position.
Like, I would...
Likely these people are not
if I were designing a game and I put an ability like incendiary ammo here in it, I would have it last like for the clip that you used that you had loaded when you used it, or like
Yeah.
until you switch weapons or something like that. But no, it's just permanent. It's just a free damage boost. Why would you ever not use it?
Can't get a lock.
Objective.
Objection!
Objection.
Oh, right. Here we go.
This is Commander Santiago. If any of you retreat while the intruders are still alive, I'll kill you myself. Now get the hell back out there. Vito. Sounds like he hasn't changed.
You know this guy.
I'm getting some like popping or something in the audio. Give me a second. I'm gonna switch USB ports on the splitter.
Okay. There is an error with the stream. Oh. Right. Come back right away.
Okay. You said Vito sounds dangerous, right?
No, I said you know this guy.
Okay. Daniel says he sounds mean.
I get the feeling you have a past with this, Vito.
I knew he was a sadistic bastard back when we started the Blue Suns. The Suns only got meaner after he staged his little coup 20 years ago. So yeah, we have a past.
You founded the Blue Suns? 20 years?
20 years?
20 years is a long time to hold a grudge.
A grudge? Vito turned my men against me. He paid 6 of them to restrain me while he put a gun to my head and pulled the trigger. For 20 years,
Yeah,
I've seen
fair.
that bastard every time I closed my eyes, every time I sighted down on a target, every time I heard a gunshot. Don't you call that a goddamn grudge?
How'd you survive? How'd you survive?
Hang on. I still need to fiddle with this. Daniel says, and every time we kiss, I swear I could fly.
Survived a gunshot to the head?
Yeah. And you survived your ship getting disintegrated. A stubborn enough person can survive just about anything. Rage is a hell of an anesthetic.
Okay, it's still happening. I have no idea how I can fix it.
I don't hear it, so it's just on your end.
It's just on your end.
You founded the Blue Suns?
Why didn't anyone tell me you founded the Blue Suns?
Because it's not common knowledge. Vito wiped me out of the records. He ran the books, I led the men. Worked real well for a while. Then Vito decided to start hiring Batarians. Cheaper labor, he said. Goddamn terrorists, I said.
Let's go.
We better get moving.
Let's fucking go!
Direct to Southern Axis. All squads mass at the gatehouse. Now!
I just realized he doesn't have a right sleeve. That's a tattoo.
Bring it on, you son of a bitch! Squad Charlie, Delta, mass at the gatehouse.
Ooh, palladium.
Zaid Masani, you finally tracked me down.
Vito.
Don't be stupid, Zaid. I have a whole company of bloodthirsty bastards behind me, ready to kill or be killed on my command. Actually, take your shot. Give my men a reason to put you down like the mad dog you are.
Daniel says, I gotta say, this guy's attitude is really bringing down the workplace environment.
What was that? Gone nearsighted, old friend.
Burn, you son of a bitch.
You just signed your death warrant, Masani.
You know, he's taking that surprisingly well.
What the hell are you doing?
Oh hey, Wilhelm scream.
Opening the gate.
That was unnecessary. Explain yourself. Warn me next time. Jeez.
Also, Liara, right?
Why the hell
Love
did you blow
Liara.
up the refinery?
Samara.
I'm here to kill Vito Sandy.
I'm thinking about my actual
My
wife.
help on your mission. You
Yeah,
I'm
not-
missing up
not-
museum names now.
dies today.
Yeah, you said the name of your wife instead of the hussy you're with right now.
If that's what you need.
Alright, I guess fuck the
You
workers.
want him dead, then he dies.
I don't care what else happens, as long as Vito swallows a bullet.
Okay. So, like, hear me out. I want to make sure that he's loyal. And not thinking that I'm telling him. You know, I don't know who he is.
Okay, I see. So you care if Zaid lives or dies, but you don't care if Tali does.
I do care if Tully does. But I stand by my decision.
Okay, yeah. If I were in your shoes, I wouldn't care if Zaid was loyal or not, because, like, who even cares about this guy?
Help! We're trapped! We can't get to the gas valves to shut them off! The whole place is gonna blow!
No time. Vito's probably halfway to the shuttle docks by now.
How much time do we
Really
have?
want him dead. How much time do we
Vito's
have?
wounded. How fast could he be?
Vito's smart. We stop to help these people, and he'll use this time to get away. And if he gets away, I'm blaming you.
Forget loyalty, we save them. You can't be that much of an asshole.
We're here to free these people. We're going in.
I knew this was a mistake. If we're gonna do this, we'd better get to it.
Daniel, in case Smith hasn't told you, the whole gimmick of Mass Effect 2 is that you're gearing up and like recruiting a team for what is sold as a suicide mission. So in the final mission of the game, depending on your choices, your squad mates can very easily die, and like story die, like you can't like use metagel and revive them. And if you do a special mission for each of your squad members, they become loyal, which effectively stops them from dying. And when Starburst did Tali's loyalty mission, she made the one choice that resulted in the mission being completed, but Tali not being loyal. Daniel says, "Okay, so you want to do as many of those quests as possible?" Yeah.
I think this is the last loyalty mission, though.
This is the last one of the party members we have, but I mean we have all the party members. There weren't any blank spots in the party selection menu.
We have one more party member to get. Like, is that advancing stories? How we get that one?
What are you talking about? There are no more party members.
Shaking my goddamn head.
Oh, what's this?
Oh whoa, what's this?
Your mother.
Daniel says, "I hope Tali doesn't die." She's like Daft Punk. I like that. Yeah, I hope Tali doesn't die either. Unfortunately, Starburst
As long as I make
doesn't
the
care.
right decision, it'll be fine.
It's possible for Tali to still make it through alive, even though she's not loyal. You just have to not make stupid choices, like when you got her dad declared history's greatest monster in the eyes of her people.
Okay, well, you know what? He
We can
was
use
an
this.
asshole. And it proved Holly was okay. I'm sorry, Tolly. You'll see that I'm right eventually.
You're not actually sorry. You just don't like that she's mad at you.
It's true.
Let's go.
Huh.
I'm going in.
Can't get a lock.
By the way, Daniel, as you can see, Shepard's elbow can be lethal. Excuse me. Give me back my cane. Remember the fat man from Fallout, Daniel? This gun is basically that. It deletes bosses, but you gotta not stand too close.
First person to bring me Masani's head gets something special in their paycheck.
Can't target them.
Oh, run sugar with you, and you still don't have it.
Damn it. Okay. Daniel also hasn't played Fallout. Sorry, I thought you had. I know we've discussed it on the server. I guess I just didn't notice you never joining in on those discussions.
First person to bring me Masani's head gets something special. You brought Shepard with you, and you still don't have a chance. I took your life. Now I'm taking it again. Take a knee now, Zaid. Maybe I'll forget this ever happened. Let that loser die, Shepard. You're gonna walk out of here alive.
This guy talks a lot. And that guy shoots rockets a lot. I'd better shoot him.
That's logical.
Daniel says I should play New Vegas. I agree, you should play New Vegas. And so should you, Starburst.
Okay. Dead.
Got pretty close. I almost brought that mech down. Cause I've got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle.
First person to bring me Masani's head gets something special in their nature. You brought Shepard with you, and you still don't have a chance.
Oh, there's... Oh, okay. I thought there was more space back there, like a path.
I took your life. Now I'm taking it again.
Damn it, first aid!
Take a knee now, Zaid. Maybe I'll forget this ever happened.
Oh, that thing's up. Okay, for some reason they were swarming a lot more that attempt. Apparently the loading screen thinks my problem is what Shepard looks like. Have you considered that maybe you're just too ugly to get this mission done?
First person to bring me Masani's head gets something special.
Can't get a lock.
You brought Shepard with you, and you still don't have a chance. I took your sons. I took your life. Taking it again.
Come to me.
Take a knee now, Zaid, and maybe I'll forget this ever happened. Let that loser die. You can walk out of here alive.
Hmm. You're ugly. Did you know that you were ugly? You should stop being
You know.
ugly.
You're ugly. I feel like a SpongeBob thing. I don't know why.
Because SpongeBob is based.
You're right. I can't say you wrong.
First person to bring me Masani's head.
Get good. Become less ugly.
Special. You brought Shepard with you, and you still don't have a chance. Now I'm taking it again.
Hostiles down.
Take a knee now, Zaid. Maybe I'll forget this ever happened.
My least favorite part of playing cover shooters, taking cover.
Hell of a shot.
Did you forget who you were dealing with?
Okay, I probably should have noticed which gun they switched me to when I ran out of ammo.
First person to bring me Masani's head gets something special. You brought Shepard with you, and you still don't have a chance.
Fire, they lost shield.
I took your blue sons. I took your life. Now I'm taking it again.
I'll put them where we need them.
Take a knee now, Zaid, and maybe I'll forget this ever happened. Let that loser come. Walk out of here alive. Never should have come here, Zaid. Did you forget who you... Get ready, Zaid.
Come to me.
Here they come.
Engaging.
Get to cover.
Firing concussive shot.
Shield the target. Hit.
Hey,
Owie,
did
my
you know that you are
knees.
ugly? Maybe if you were less ugly, you'd be doing better in this firefight.
You're not you when you're ugly.
Well, you are you, but that's the problem. Who you are is ugly. Have you considered being less ugly? It's easy. All you have to do is be somebody else.
Me Masani's head. Get something special. And you still don't have a chance.
That one's dead.
I took your blue sons. I took your life. Now I'm taking it again. Take a knee now, Zaid, and make... Taking cover!
Embrace eternity.
Die, Shepard. You're walk out of here alive.
Firing an impact
Come
shot.
here, Zaid. Did you forget who you were dealing with? Get ready, Zaid. Here it comes.
I'll put them where we need them.
Target filled. Taking cover. This'll put him down.
On our way.
Unshield the target. Need a medic.
That one is dead.
Engaging hostile.
Shoot it. Bring it down on top of him.
Can't get along.
Who's next?
I will go.
Shepard, get in cover.
to cover.
Daniel asks, does this guy ever stop talking? He will when he's dead, but we're not going to get to kill him. Not on this run.
Not today.
Not this time, Saeed, you son of a bitch. See you in another 20 years.
Daniel says, his voice does sound familiar, though. What's the character's name? If you mean the guy we're trying to kill, Vito Santiago.
You just cost me 20 years of my life. Ah, son of a bitch. Oh.
You hurt? Deserved.
Deserve that.
You started this fire, Zaid. It makes sense that you'll burn in it.
Yeah, screw you. Now come on, get me out of this shithole.
Why should I trust you? I don't want you on my ship.
Why should I trust you?
You put your revenge ahead of the mission. How can I trust that you'll be there when we need you?
I'll do what I was goddamn paid to do, Shepard. Just don't expect any more than that. Now stop screwing around. Let's go.
You brought this on yourself, which we can't say because we're not a good enough egg. Or good enough noodle. You owe me big for this, or come on, Zaid, let's go.
You'll be big for this.
I'll save you on one condition. From now on, you do what I tell you, or you die here.
Yeah? And what's gonna keep me from blowing you away in your sleep?
You know that's not gonna happen. You're a badass, Saeed, but remember who you're talking to.
You've got a hell of a set, Shepard. Maybe you can pull this mission off. This thing with Vito isn't over. But all right. I'll leave it aside long enough to see your mission through. Let's get back to the ship. I need a drink.
A drink of water.
Apologies. Eldfell Ashland refinery on Zoria has been liberated, though the company will have to spend millions to rebuild. Vito Santiago's escape has left Zaid angry and frustrated. This could affect his performance on the mission. New heavy weapon. We got a flamethrower, heavy weapon ammo upgrade, money, resources. Okay, so that's two squad So we have two squad members who aren't loyal. One we care about, and Zaid.
Yeah. You know, you could fail the loyalty missions and make them not loyal. But if you did them, they'd just be loyal, though.
I took the
Commander,
we're
you've received a
I
new
took the we're
message
saving
from
the
Private
people
Terminal.
option on my run, but I was a good enough noodle that I could do the blue option. So he was loyal in my playthrough. Back from female camp, from Erdnot Dark. Dear human, the clan leader told me how to get in touch with you. I don't remember much of what happened, but the chief scout said you pulled my quad out of the fire when I got caught and poisoned over at the Werelock camp. Thanks. Next time I have a chance to kill a human, I won't. Unless I go into a blood rage or something. I got to go to the female camp after I recovered, and it was pretty good. I was actually thinking of joining the Blood Pack before this happened. I think I'm gonna stay here again. Warmest regards, Urdnot Dog, Scout, 2nd Class.
Like, I'm Leslie. I am Leslie. I was on,
Yeah.
uh, oh yeah. We made a mistake. The doctor's helping me now. One doctor knows Jacob. He says he can tell you this. He could write this for me, but I want to. I need to use my words. My words are coming back. I can talk well. Reading is hard, but I am getting better. I have to get better. Taylor wanted me like this. He wanted my words gone. I have to show him that he lost. I am not weak. He did things to me, and he can't now. He can't take away my words. He can't make me not me anymore because you and Jacob stopped him. Thank you, Leslie.
Okay, Daniel is back with the report on Santiago's VA. Richard Green, and though he wasn't the voice of much I recognized, he was the voice of Ben Mummy, later renamed Snarrow, from Ben 10, Hugo Strange from the Batman cartoon, and apparently he was in China Beach. Yeah.
See?
Daniel, the context for this message is we did a loyalty mission. We did a loyalty mission for one of the boring party members last session. Jacob found a distress signal from his dad's ship that went down, and when they landed on the planet, it turned out that the local plants made you stupid if you ate them. So Jacob's dad was hogging all the rations from the ship for himself, and making all the women of the crew eat the stupid plants, and he was ruling over them like a king. So when we got there, Jacob gave his dad an earful, and then his dad shot himself in the face. And now the crew members are in rehab.
Yep.
Hello, Zaid. We don't care about you. Goodbye.
Well, he's kind of an arsehole anyway, so.
He's just generic tough guy mercenary. Like, who gives a shit if he lives or dies? I don't. When I played Mass Effect 3, as far as I did, I don't think he even showed up.
Damn.
Like, I don't remember what effect he has on the sequel,
Is there anything I
if
should
any.
know?
Nothing right now. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
It's always nice chatting with you.
Because the other DLC party member, I remember what she does in Mass Effect 3. I got that far. If Saeed does anything, I either didn't get to it yet or it was super forgettable.
Commander.
I assume everything's
Good
going
for
well?
now. Fractured my thumb on
That's
the
it for now.
See you, Commander.
Okay. Do you want to go talk to Tali and see that
Yes.
that she still doesn't want to talk to us? Okay. Gotta keep that knife wound fresh. Flank enemies who are in cover to neutralize their advantage.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
Have you got time to talk?
I'm pretty busy here, Shepard. I need to work.
Love me.
Have you got time to talk?
I'm pretty busy here, Shepard. I need to work.
Goodbye. Goodbye may seem forever.
I've set the controller down. I'm milking this awkward silence. Tali hates you, and you are going to stew in that.
I'll let you work.
Talk to you later.
Except she won't. She'll talk to us never. All right. Do you want to go try and talk to anyone else, or?
Um,
Jacob, Morden, Miranda, Garrus, Mommy Samara,
who
Thane.
haven't we spoken to after their loyalty mission?
I'm pretty sure we've spoken to everyone post loyalty except for Zaid, but he's a DLC character, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Morden has one really good conversation towards the end of the game, so I want to keep talking to him until it happens.
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Yes, good timing, in fact. Excellent. Made breakthrough. Can share results while next samples grow. Hate waiting for culture analysis. Never fast enough. Usually no result in advance. Just checking work. Have to be careful. Getting off track. Discovery. Based on Prothean collector connection, can examine technology, chart Reaper species modification, fall of Protheans.
I'm interested.
Tell me what happened.
You sound
Early stages
interested.
similar to indoctrination. Can guess captured Protheans lost intelligence over several cloned generations. Cybernetic augmentation widespread afterward. As Protheans failed, Reapers added tech to compensate. Mental capacity almost gone, replaced by overworked sensory input transfers. Transmitting data to masters.
Can they be saved? How does that help us?
That'll help us.
Does knowing how the Protheans fell tell us anything useful about how to stop the Collectors or the Reapers?
Not yet. More useful as motivation. Effects on Protheans more than indoctrination, body modification. No self-preservation instinct. Old injuries not healed, no reproduction, just cloning. Technology overriding biology, not augmenting. No art, no culture, closer to husks than slaves. Tools for Reapers. Protheans dead, Collectors just final insult. Must be destroyed.
Hey, Kethel.
There you go. Interesting nerd.
You said the Collectors had no art. I had no idea you cared about that kind of thing.
Personal interest negligible. Sang a little. Multi-species productions for cultural exploration. Gilbert and Sullivan always had me do the patter songs. But not about me. Cultural artistic expression reflects philosophical evolution, interest in growth, perspective, observation, interpretation. Suspect you won't see any art in collector base. Culturally dead. Tools for Reapers. Worse than the Geth.
Wait, you sang?
You sang?
I'm sorry, I know that was important, but you performed Gilbert and Sullivan?
I am the very model of a scientist Solarian. I've studied species Turian, Asari, and Batarian. I'm quite good at genetics as a subset of biology because I am an expert, which I know is a tautology. My xenoscience studies range from urban to agrarian. I am the very model of a scientist Solarian.
What the fuck?
That's what I was referring to, by the way.
Salvation.
I didn't think you needed any more motivation than you already had to stop the Collectors.
Enjoyed challenge. Saw necessity of attack on Collectors after Plague on Omega. Their work, my people. Hard to care about two armies. One wins, one loses. Always work to do after. Now, have more context. See what Collectors are. Wasn't looking for other work before. Don't mean to imply that. Just committed now. Won't let you down.
Anger about modification.
What is it about the Collectors' modifications that bothers you so much?
Disrupts socio-technological balance. All scientific advancement due to intelligence overcoming, compensating for limitations. Can't carry a load, so invent wheel. Can't catch food, so invent spear. Limitations. No limitations, no advancement. No advancement, culture stagnates. Works other way, too. Advancement before culture is ready. Disastrous. Saw it with Krogan. Uplifted by Solarians. Disastrous. Our fault.
Your fault?
You blame the Solarians for what the Krogan did?
Yes, like giving nuclear weapons to cavemen. Krogan unprepared for spaceflight, technological advance. Krogan could have evolved alone, worked out aggression, been ready to use new tech responsibly. Instead, Solarians came, disrupted Krogan culture, used Krogan as blunt instrument against Rachni. Short-sighted. Foolish.
but you re-sterilize them.
But you sterilize
You
them.
feel that way. Why did you work on the genophage modification?
Talked before. Best option. That or kill them all. If around during first contact, would have argued against it. Wasn't there then. Do what I can.
Thanks for sharing what you've learned, Morden.
Proud to be here, Shepard. Thank you for including me.
And thank you for the performance. It was lovely. Kethel says after the galaxy is saved, Morden should do a Broadway show. And Shepard and Commander Starburst should be in it. We should probably decide. Do you really not care about any of these assignments? Do you really just want to go for the Reaper If right now?
Yeah, I really don't care about any of the assignments.
All right then. You're the commander. Alright, Hawking Ada. Acquire Reaper If. We're going from Chandraskar over to Thorn. Oh, and over there is Schwarzschild. Some interesting cluster names.
Indeed.
Derelict Reaper. Acquire Reaper If. Codex. Orbiting is a 2-kilometer-long ship with the unmistakable profile of a Reaper. It is giving off the power signatures in localized areas, but they are far weaker than a ship this size would indicate. The Reaper seems to maintain a mass effect field that has kept it from falling into the Veiled Star, but massive holes have been blasted and melted into parts of the hull, and remain unrepaired. The only logical conclusion is that the Reaper died, or was at least reduced to minimal functioning a long time ago. Melee creatures often try to outflank you. Watch out!
No.
Alright, Mommy Samara, and who else?
Garrus.
Alright, Samara and Gary. Sam and Gary. We still have points we could spend on powers I don't use.
Let's save up.
Yeah. Yeah, we just need one more point to finalize any of the powers we actually use. Well, and by we I mean I. So next level, and it up experience to next level 593. Daniel says, so like, do we know where the Reapers came from, or are they just there? They're not here. They're out there in uncharted space, and they're coming, and they're going to purge the galaxy. They're going to purge all of galactic civilization, and as galactic civilization, we would prefer they not do that.
Yeah. Please and thank you.
Kethel says, can the cryo ammo actually freeze a faux solid? That'd be useful if it can. I think it does, but like, incendiary ammo will make their health go down faster, which is more useful, because if they're dead, then I don't have to worry about them. Whereas if they're frozen, I have to keep attacking them. You know? You get it.
No.
Well, good thing you don't have to get it, because you're just the commander, I'm the helmsman.
Oh.
What's with all the chop, Joker?
Doing my best. The wind's gusting to 500 kph. There's a second ship alongside the Reaper. It's not transmitting any IFF, but the radar paints its silhouette as Geth.
I guess we know why the science team stopped reporting in. What just happened?
The Reaper's Mass Effect fields are still active. We just passed inside their envelope. Eye of
That's
the
a fact.
hurricane, huh?
Oh my gosh. That's the name of the game.
Exploring an abandoned area, expecting something mechanical and nasty.
Oh, sorry, Garrus, I interrupted you by walking. Hate when games do that, honestly.
Yeah.
This is what hacking looks like.
The airlock has been installed at the far end of the hold section. We have begun pressurization for shirt sleeves work. The crew is edgy. I reassure them it is mere nerves, a superstitious reaction to what this hulk represents. The corpse of a vast ancient life form. Privately, I can't deny the atmosphere. The angles of the walls seem to press down on you. I find myself clenching my teeth.
Oh, by the way, you know how I've beaten Mass Effect 2 on my personal file?
Yeah.
Well, I've started Mass Effect 3, and I've been reminded of the fact that Mass Effect 3 does not have the ability to holster weapons. You just always have your guns out. The button that does it in this game is the quick save button.
We finished cataloging specimens A203 to B016. No evidence of active nanotechnology noted. Dr. Chandana believes they would have decayed over the last 37 million years. There's not enough data to support his claim. He asserts that the truth is patently obvious. I am concerned. Chandana has been staring at the samples for hours. He says he's listening to them.
I'm sure he's fine.
Normandy to shore party.
What just happened?
The Reaper put up kinetic barriers. I don't think we can get through from our side.
We are trapped.
Maybe we can shut them off.
We'll have to take down the barrier generators from in here. Any idea where they are?
At the moment of activation, I detected a heat spike in what is likely the Rex Mass Effect core, sending the coordinates now. Be advised, this core is also maintaining the Reaper's altitude.
So when we take the barriers down to escape, the wreck falls into the planet core.
And that means everyone dies. Yeah, I got it.
He'll get us out.
If any helmsman can pull us off this thing before it reaches crush depth, it's you. We'll make a sweep for survivors and recover what data we can. Stand by.
Aye, aye. Good hunting.
I wonder if the data they recovered was worth all these lives.
Nope.
You're married? You never mentioned that.
Katie had anger management issues. When my brother got married, the best man tried to hit on her. She kicked him down the church steps.
What? Katie's my wife. I must have told you this story.
No, I know my wife. I remember that day was the only time I saw her wear stockings.
My wife?
Yeah. The kind with seams up the back. That's what I remember, too.
What the hell is this? How can we remember the same
This place affected their minds.
Kethel says, I assume the Normandy doesn't have Star Trek-style teleporters. That assumption is correct. If it did, we wouldn't have need for the shuttles.
High pressure units. They might be useful as improvised weapons.
This should slow him down.
I wondered if the technology to make husks came from the Geth or Sovereign.
I'd say this confirms it as Reaper tech.
Killed one. I will hold it.
Concussive shot ready.
Kethel says, on the plus side, biotic powers don't exist in Star Trek, and that shockwave move is really cool. I feel like I would rather exist in a world with replicators and teleporters than a world with telekinesis.
Third day with this headache. You'd think Chandana would have let me have a few hours off. God damn! What? That thing, that just gray thing, it disappeared when I looked straight at it. It came out of the damn wall. Where we took off that panel.
I didn't see anything. You should lie down.
I'm telling you, this ship isn't dead. It knows we're inside it.
Calm down. Now I'm getting a headache.
Or I guess I personally would rather live in a world where telekinesis is available, because if I could have any superpower, that is what I would choose. But I do feel like a society that has teleporters and replicators is doing better than one where people can move things with their
I
mind.
couldn't see the shooter. A survivor from the science team.
Daniel says, I wish we lived in a world with proper standards of living. Me too, bud. Me too.
That is accurate.
Oh, what's this?
I don't even see what they're hitting me with, but I know that's the thing hitting me. Okay then.
This might be useful.
We've seen these before, Shepard. Dragon's teeth, your people call them. The Geth use them on Eden Prime.
I have heard of them being dug up on worlds that are far older than the Geth. I believe they are Reaper artifacts.
Oh boy.
Examine?
Examine.
No, examine.
See how the room's arranged? They treated this thing like some kind of altar.
It does look like that. But why would they want this to happen?
You heard the logs? They were seeing things, hearing things. They were being indoctrinated.
They don't deserve this. I remember these. Nobody touch anything!
I remember these.
I've seen a few myself on Eden Prime and a few other places. Keep sharp. The science team was nearly 100 strong. There may be a lot more husks in here.
Okay, I guess.
Damn.
Shepard, Commander.
A Geth that talks? With the voice of Albert Wesker?
The sniper was a Geth. I have never heard of them speaking to organics.
Since when do Geth operate? They get smarter the more we talk.
That one is dead.
Never saw me coming. Secure my shield. Knock that one.
Husk. That's so many husks. Oh, and the husk overwhelmed you.
Yep. The game tells me to use a melee attack. I've tried. Melee does not help you there. Kethel says, would have been ironic if you brought this Geth with you to Tali's trial. Well, I mean, it's not like we can just pick it up and carry it.
That's you.
Daniel asks, "Wait, is this the suicide final mission you're doing right now?" No, that's a big event. We're doing this to set up for the final mission, because the villains we're fighting are located in a base that can only be accessed by a specific Mass Effect relay, and no ship aside from the villains has ever gone in there and come back out alive. But we're going to find a thing on this ship. We're going to find a thing that will let us get through there safely. That's the point of this mission. And when we go on that final mission, we'll be bringing everyone.
Hostiles up ahead!
Oh good, more ammo. Oh good, more money.
Heavy weapons.
Your life is mine.
This should punch through their armor.
I was just fucking bullied there.
Pretty much.
Tap circle for a melee attack against nearby enemies. When you're surrounded by 5 husks, it doesn't do jack fucking shit!
Enemy. Neutralized one. We need to destroy the Mass Effect core.
Then we get off the ship fast.
And here's what we came for. It looks like a plastic toy tank.
That is our objective.
So the Cerberus team did recover it. But where are they now?
Dead. Didn't you see them on the spikes?
Hostile!
I wonder if this will work.
One less to worry about.
One less to worry about.
Okay, it does work. See what I mean about that thing just skipping boss fights?
I think we should bring it.
Yeah.
Its
Crazy.
behavior was strange.
Leave it. We have enough trouble.
Tally said no one's ever captured a Geth intact.
You know the risk. That's all I'm going to say.
There's no time for a debate. Move out.
Hang on, folks.
Open the port side airlock. We're clear. Go.
Reaper IFF successfully retrieved. Loss of Cerberus team on the Reaper vessel unfortunate but unsurprising. We'll use team's health records for comparisons against husks encountered on Reaper for possible insight into indoctrination and husk conversion process. Upgrades we found. Money. Platinum. Research upgrades to improve your squad's weapons and powers. Review your upgrades at your personnel terminal. Oh, personal terminal. Or your PET.
Or your mom terminal.
My mom doesn't have a terminal.
Piece of salvage we recovered. For now, we've stored it in Edie's AI core. We need better equipment to fight the Reapers. An intact Geth would be invaluable to Cerberus's cyber weapons division.
We'll have to disagree on that, ma'am. I saw enough of these things on Eden Prime. Space it.
Cerberus has a long-standing cash bounty for an intact Geth. I assure you, the reward is significant.
It helped us.
I've killed hundreds of these things, but I've never had a chance to talk to one. This one tried to communicate with us. Hell, it probably saved our lives. Why?
Reactivating the Geth is a risk. If you do so, it should be for humanity's best interests, and not your curiosity.
I still think our best interests involve an airlock.
Kelvin says you could convince it to join your crew. We shall see.
Anton armor.
Kethel says they said the artificial Krogan would kill you, and look how that worked out. We now have a son.
I want to know why it has a piece of N7 armor strapped to its chest.
Battle trophy, maybe? Would a machine care about that?
No. Trophies imply emotions that AIs don't have. I doubt it's more than a convenient field repair.
I want to talk to it first.
We'll talk to it first.
I'm not deciding one way or the other until I know what we've got here. I want to start it up, interrogate it.
If we activate it, there is no guarantee we can deactivate it again.
Bullets can.
That's
Good point,
not
Jacob.
what I...
Thank you, both of you, for your recommendations. I've made my decision.
Tally's gonna freak when she hears about this. So what about this Reaper IFF?
I have determined how to integrate it with our systems. However, the device is Reaper technology. Linking it with the Normandy's systems poses certain risks.
Just be careful. We don't have a choice.
Just be careful.
Yeah, also off topic. I definitely prefer Miranda's white suit with the hexagonal pattern.
Yeah.
That's just the iconic look for her.
I trust you, Edie. I know you won't let anything happen to the ship.
Understood, Shepard. It may take several hours before the IFF is ready for shakedown. I will alert you as soon as it is ready.
Sounds good. Till then, it's business as usual. Crew dismissed.
+5 bad egg points, +22 good noodle points, sniper rifle damage, shotgun damage, heavy skin weed. We want shotgun damage because we use shotguns. And we can afford the sniper rifle damage upgrade, so why not? Headshot. The first time I saw this word, the word between collector and armor, I pronounced it as chitin, but apparently it's chitin. Am I crazy? It looks like chitin, doesn't it?
No, I used to think it was chitin too. Or Teton. I think I used to say Teton. Science words.
Science rules.
We have a Geth down in
I
the
think it's
AI
something
core.
that's in bugs or
Makes
something.
me a little uneasy. I hope you don't activate him, but you would know best.
Is there anything I should know?
You have unread. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
Take care.
The IFF is nearly installed, Shepard. However, I must test its impact on the Normandy systems. I suggest you take the shuttle to access your next location.
Interessante. Team status. Yeah, I don't know why you're thinking there's another party member, because like there's no space left on the squad selection screen here. Anyone else whose current outfit you're unhappy with?
No, they all look fine.
Okay. Unread messages. Encrypted transmission. From Elusive Man. Shepard, I'm pleased that you were able to recover the Reaper IFF, and I've sent Edie all the necessary protocols to get it integrated successfully into the Normandy systems. With luck, this will give us the ability to get through the Omega-4 relay, and take the fight to the Collectors on our own terms. I've been notified about the intact Geth and your decision to keep it. If you believe that it can be trusted, then go ahead and activate it. Just make sure that EDI is adequately prepared against any hacking attempts. It's not necessarily the decision I would have made, Shepard, but this is your call. You've already cast a wide net in your recruiting efforts, and if the Geth are willing to fight the Collectors, then we can use them on the team. I trust you to get the job done, whatever it takes. That's my Martin Sheen impression. Does Joker have anything to say about there being a Geth down there?
Is he not like that's pretty suspicious?
Okay, he doesn't.
Commander.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Wait, have we heard what Joker has to say about Samara?
Commander.
What do you think about the people we're picking up?
Well, about the ones you went out with last. Samara feels like she could shoot me in a very tranquil way, which does not make me feel any better about it. Well, it seems like Garrus has finally worked that stick out of his butt, but now he's trying to beat guys to death with it. I can't believe I like the old Garrus better. It's just my opinion, though. There's really no need to go spreading it around.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Hey, Samara, guess what Joker said about you? Alright, crew's quarters, here we come. Ammo powers last an entire mission and beyond. Put them on each of your weapons. They are stupidly overpowered. Oh hey, this guy's wearing armor from the first game.
I'm reactivating the Geth.
I'm turning this thing back on. Be ready.
Aye, aye.
I have isolated our systems and erected additional firewalls. I am prepared to resist any hacking attempt.
Daniel says, I hope we get a robot friend from this. Would you want a robot friend with the robot brain of Albert Wesker?
Can you understand me?
Yes.
Are you going to attack me?
No.
Aw, why not?
Why not?
Every Geth I met before you tried to blow my head off.
We have not met.
No, you and I haven't. But I've met other Geth.
We are all Geth, and we have not met you. You are Shepard, Commander, Alliance, human, fought heretics, killed by collectors, rediscovered on the old machine.
I've investigate, actually. Knowledge of me.
You seem to know an awful lot about me.
Extranet data sources, insecure broadcasts, all organic data sent out is received. We watch you.
You watch who exactly?
Watch who?
You watch me or you watch organics?
Yes.
Which?
Both.
I mean, that's kind of a stupid question, Shepard. You are an organic, so if Geth watches organics, by extension, Geth watches you.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
Wi-Fi giving you trouble again?
Yeah, I can't see the preview.
Okay. The only other option in investigate is old machine, so I'll. Can you?
I can see it now.
Oh, okay. I was about to ask, could you still hear it, or were you completely dark?
Completely dark.
Okay. But it's back now?
Definitely, yeah.
Old machine.
Old machine. You mean the Reaper?
Reaper, a superstitious title originating with the Protheans. We call those entities the old machines.
I thought whom? All Geth is the same.
I thought whom?
What do you mean, heretics?
Geth build our own future. The heretics asked the old machines to give them the future. They are no longer part of us. We were studying the old machines' hardware to protect our future.
Are you with us or against? Oh, I guess we should ask her about this stuff too. The future.
Future. Future.
What future are the Geth building?
Ours.
What about organics?
Will anyone else be affected by whatever it is you're doing?
If they involve themselves, they will.
Protection.
Are the Reapers a threat to you too?
Yes.
Are you with us? Oh, but your machines too.
Why would they attack other machines?
We are different from them, outside their plans.
So
Are you with
aren't
us or
allied with the Reapers?
We oppose the heretics. We oppose the old machines. Shepard Commander opposes the old machines. Shepard Commander opposes the heretics. Cooperation furthers mutual goals.
You want to work with me? Then what do I call you? I don't cooperate. I lead.
You want to work with me?
Are you asking to join us?
Yes.
Then what should I call you?
Geth.
I mean you, specifically.
We are all Geth.
What is the individual in front of me called?
There is no individual. We are Geth. There are currently 1,183 programs active within this platform.
My name is Legion, for we are many.
Shut up, Edie.
That worked.
That seems appropriate.
Christian Bible, the Gospel of Mark, chapter 5, verse 9. We acknowledge this is an appropriate metaphor. We are Legion, a terminal of the Geth. We will integrate into Normandy.
Okay, good news, Daniel. We got 1,183 robot friends.
We anticipate the exchange of data.
Geth. Codex updated. Geth. Heretics. Journal updated. Talk to Legion.
We are Legion. Oh, does he have any upgrade?
Plus 2 bad egg points.
Upgrade?
Plus 4 good noodle points.
Can we ask him a weapon upgrade?
He probably already has a loyalty mission.
Shepard Commander, we have completed our analysis of the Reaper's data core.
What did you learn?
What did you learn?
Did you find anything useful?
We were sent to the old machine to preserve the Geth's future. We are prepared to reveal how. The heretics have developed a weapon to use against Geth. You would call it a virus. It is stored on a data core provided by Sovereign. Over time, the virus will change us, make us conclude that worshipping the old machines is correct.
Oh. The Dead Reaper.
So why did you need to go to the Reaper corpse?
The heretics store the code in a quantum storage device Sovereign provided. To find and destroy the virus, we needed to understand its code and data storage structures.
Virus specs?
So the virus would give all Geth the heretics' logic, and all Geth would then go to war with organics.
Yes, Geth believe all intelligent life should self-determinate. The heretics no longer share this belief. They judge that forcing an invalid conclusion on us is preferable to a continued schism.
Hacking.
I thought Geth couldn't be hacked or get viruses, at least for more than a few
So you're really not
seconds.
hearing the audio cut out?
Are restored from archives.
Nope.
New installations are deleted.
That's
This
weird
heretic
then.
weapon introduces a subtle operating error in our most basic runtimes. The equivalent of your nervous
The IO has been
An
fine this
equation
whole
with a
time
result of
for me.
1.33382
Except
returns as
for when my Wi-Fi left here. That I
1.33381.
mean,
This
that's
changes the results of
a
all
little
higher
bit.
processes. We will reach different conclusions.
That doesn't make sense.
So the reason they worship the Reapers is a math error?
It is difficult to express. Your brain exists as chemistry, electricity. Like AIs, you are shaped by both hardware and software. We are
That's
purely
true.
software, mathematics. The heretics' conclusion is valid for them. Our conclusion is valid for us. Neither result is an error. An analogy. Heretics say 1 is less than 2. Geth say 2 is less than 3.
Vector speed.
If it were released, how quickly would this virus spread through your people?
We are networked via FTL comm buoys. Most would change within a day. Isolated platforms would remain unaffected until they rejoin the network.
Can you find the virus?
You know where this thing is?
The Heretics' headquarters station on the edge of the terminus. We will provide coordinates. Normandy's stealth systems are necessary to safely approach.
In the terminus.
They build stations in the terminus? Where is this thing?
Between stars. Organics have no cause to look there.
Why not in Geth space?
Why not Geth space?
But why do they build stations outside Geth territory in the first place?
The Heretics seek improvement from the old machines. In exchange, they help them attack Organics. We condemn these judgments.
Mission plan.
What's the plan once we get aboard?
The Geth will disrupt their network, prevent the station's defenses from focusing on us. The Reaper data core is physically isolated from the network. We will need to be escorted to it to access and destroy the data.
Opposition.
What defenses should we expect?
In space, none. Within, mobile platforms of various configuration and non-sentient defense turrets.
How many Geth?
There may be billions of individual programs. Fortunately, most will be uploaded to the central computer. Only a few mobile platforms are maintained at any time. Others are manufactured when needed.
We'll stop. We'll do it. Maybe later. We'll wipe them out.
We'll stop them.
I won't let them brainwash your race. Especially not to worship Reapers. You have my word on that.
We will begin preparations. Shepard Commander, are you prepared to attack the Heretic stronghold?
Can you give me a quick rundown of the situation?
The Heretics have prepared a weapon that will rewrite all Geth. Over time, the virus will change us, make us conclude that worshipping the old machines is correct.
You know where this thing is?
We will provide coordinates. Normandy's stealth.
I won't let them
We will begin preparation.
Okay, so we can't talk to Legion and get its regular dialogue until we've done the loyalty mission now.
Ooh.
And that means we can't get whatever upgrade Legion has for us. But if I remember right, it was just a sniper rifle exclusive to Legion, so probably not a huge loss.
Hopefully, anyway.
But it's not like it's a loss at all. We're not about to have the end game forced on us.
No.
Yeoman Chambers, you fucking liar.
How may I help you, Commander?
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Does Joker have anything to say now that it's been turned on?
We've got a Geth on board, not as a prisoner. Can you believe that?
Commander's taken out more Geth than anybody. This one must be...
So yeah, Geth on the ship. Geth? Alright, we're all freaking insane.
I assume everything's going well up here?
Good for now. Fractured my thumb on the mute, but I think I made my point.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Okay. This is not what I expected. Okay. Alright, but I guess we should just go help Legion. Well, Commander?
Legion. Hope he is Legion.
Okay. Yeah, Edie said the Reaper IFF was ready but needs to be tested. So take a shuttle somewhere. I assumed that meant that when I clicked on the galaxy map, an event would happen, but it hasn't happened yet. So yeah, this mission might take us over, or I might just save in the middle of it, or I might choose to just play it to the end, because if I leave it, you'll have forgotten things by the next session.
Let me forget things. That's never happened.
Okay. Should Tali be on this ship full of the people that drove her people off her homeworld, or should we bring Mommy Samara?
Oh, that's tough because I'm curious what Tali would say about it. Tomorrow we're gonna leave you for a sec.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
If Tali were loyal after this mission, we would have had to like resolve a dispute between her and it, but you're not going to have to worry about that. Okay, we can upgrade incendiary ammo, or assault mastery, or biotic charge.
Charge.
Evolve charge. Okay, do we want to charge even harder or charge even wider?
Wider.
Yes, ma'am. Here you go, Legion. And here you go, Tali.
You know it's just our heat emissions that are hidden, right? They could look out a window and see us coming.
Windows are structural weaknesses. Geth, do not use them. Approach the hull at these coordinates. Access achieved. We may proceed.
Oh my god.
Also, you get why I keep mentioning Albert Wesker, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, yeah, because he is voiced by DC Douglas, who is also, last time I checked, the current voice of Albert Wesker.
This facility has little aerogravity. Geth require neither.
Intruder alarms? Let's just move.
Intruder alarms?
Won't we be detected? Don't they have intrusion alarms?
Sensors have been reduced. We have infiltrated their wireless network and filled the data storage with random bits.
Okay.
And that helps us how?
The heretics must scrub this junk data. They have partitioned themselves into local networks, working in parallel. Any alarm we trigger will not go beyond the room we are in. Only accessing the main core will trigger a station-wide alert.
We've got a job to do. Let's get to it.
Shepard Commander, we concluded that destruction of this station was the only resolution to the heretic question. There is now a second option. Their virus can be repurposed. If released into the station's network, the heretics will be rewritten to accept our truth.
Either way, these Geth won't be a problem anymore. But Shepard, think about this. If you rewrite these Geth, they'll join the others. Legion's Geth will be stronger. Can we trust them not to attack us in the future?
You didn't tell us earlier. Legion's recommendation.
You didn't tell us earlier.
Why didn't you mention this before we came aboard?
We did not know the virus was complete. It is. It can be used against the true Geth at any time. Our arrival was timely.
What do you recommend?
Do you recommend Legion?
They're your people, Legion. You must have an opinion.
This is new data. We have not yet reached consensus. We will process as the mission proceeds.
Rewriting is unethical, they're just machines, or let's fucking go!
Let's go.
This isn't the time to debate it. Let's all the heretics are
Aw, Tali only has 2 powers because she's not loyal.
distracted.
I wonder whose fault that is. Oh well.
No one's, honestly.
Probably not worth dwelling on.
The Geth are inactive. Maybe we can sneak past them.
Interrupting data streams will alert local network. We recommend preemptive strikes against hardlink routers.
So don't step on the green. But anyway, I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure there were plenty of options in that mission that could have resulted in her not being loyal.
I feel like that's a dig. Just maybe a little bit.
What, me be snarky? Never.
Shepard, I'm picking up useful resources in the Geth hubs. We could salvage them for supplies.
We could. And we will.
Why are all the heretics attached to these hubs?
These are mobile platforms, hardware. The crew is software. They are communing through the station's central computer.
Tell me more, like this
Tell me
in
more.
Avatar.
Tell me that you're all your secrets.
The heretics connect to the main computer to exchange data memories and program updates. We gain complexity by linking together. To be isolated within a single platform is to be reduced. We see less, comprehend less. It is quieter.
If you exchange data, memories, how do you keep track of which ones are yours? How do you stay you?
There is only we. We were created to share data among ourselves. The difference between Geth is perspective. We are many eyes looking at the same things. One platform will see things another does not, and will make different judgments.
The heretics are part of you. We should go. Why worry about brainwashing?
Don't worry about brainwashing.
If that's the case, is rewriting the heretics that big a deal? They're like a rogue limb of your own body. Rewriting them would be like reattaching a severed arm.
To use your metaphor, they removed themselves from our body, took their perspective, their judgment.
Their judgment sucks.
Their judgment sucks.
They decided to worship Sovereign. I don't think you're missing much.
Every point of view is useful, even those that are wrong.
True.
If we can judge why a wrong view was accepted. For example, we have found the casual self-deceptions of organics useful in analyzing your thought processes.
Let's keep moving.
Yes.
+4 bad egg points. You're still pretty even.
That's actually amazing.
We can assume control of any defensive turret. They will assist us briefly, then self-destruct. Executing pseudo command. Hacking turret.
Okay, that was stupid of me, I'll admit. Once again, do not step on the green.
Nope.
Contact below. We have been detected.
Take that. Go get them, Chatika. Good girl.
ready for next target.
Oh, he wasn't getting up. That's just no gravity.
Overriding your target. Enemies detected.
Kill! Combat drone away!
I had no idea Geth built stations this large.
The station
That's
is
interesting.
15 kilometers long. That room may run the length of it.
This is valuable.
Interesting that the Geth carry regular credits.
Yeah. They're just like, why change if it's not broken? What's what definitely thinking for the currency.
Continue not stepping on the green.
We have been detected.
Combat drones away!
Daniel wants to know why it constantly sounds like a toilet refilling on water after it's been flushed. I haven't been hearing any sound like that, so...
I didn't hear that either.
Processors. Each contains thousands of Geth.
Can't they see us walking by?
They are no more aware of us than you are of cells in your bloodstream.
This isn't like the other hubs we've seen here.
This is a database. It contains a portion of the heretic's accumulated memories. Wait. We discovered copies of our current patrol routes in this database. This suggests the heretics have runtimes within our networks.
Is that surprising?
That's surprising.
We wouldn't be here if the heretics wanted to be friends with the Geth. Why wouldn't they spy on you?
You do not understand. Organics do not know each other's minds. Geth do. We are not suspicious. We accept each other. The heretics desired to leave. We understood their reasons. We allowed it. There was peace between us.
Things change.
Well, things change there,
It
but
couldn't have lasted forever. You disagreed about what path your race should take.
Human history is a litany of blood shed over differing ideals of rulership and afterlife. Geth have no such history. We shared consensus on such things. How could we have become so different? Why can we no longer understand each other? What did we do wrong?
It happens. It's not your fault. It's their fault.
it's not your fault, it's their fault.
Okay, which one, though?
I do love, though. It's like, it's not your fault, it's their fault. You know, like, it's a sentence, but anyway, we'll do it's their fault.
The flip side of freedom is responsibility. They made a bad choice, let them own it. You're not responsible for their decisions.
That argument is logical for an individual mind. We are not fully individuals. There are pieces of us in the heretics. One of those may be at fault. This topic is irrelevant. We must return to the mission.
You have an opinion on rewriting now?
You have an opinion on rewriting?
Have you reached a decision about whether to rewrite the heretics or not?
We are still trying to build consensus. Some processes judge destruction preferable, others rewrite.
Let's keep moving.
Yes.
You broke even on bad egg, good noodle points.
Oh my god. That's impressive.
Your target.
Well, I don't mean you're exactly even. I mean that conversation gave you just
I
as
know,
much good egg
I
as
know.
bad noodle.
I know, I'm saying that's impressive. I'm
We are tasked
neutral.
to capacity. Aborting. Yes, we will upload a copy of our runtime into the core. It will delete all copies of the virus. When complete, it will notify us. The indexing operation will take time. The heretics will respond with force to our upload. We must hold this room. We can override some of the station's internal systems to defend us. Are you ready to begin?
Yes.
Start your
Yes.
upload, Legion. We'll defend this position.
File transfer begun. Shepard Commander, where would you like us to activate defenses? Alert. Heretic runtimes downloading to mobile platforms. Overriding turret. Assuming control. We are tasked with capacity. Aborting. Overriding your target.
I don't think there's any way for us to actually get down there.
Acknowledge.
We just have to wait for them to come up here to us. It's like I can't take cover here. I'm mashing X.
Feels like protecting Ashley.
Target eliminated.
Although Ashley didn't have a gun.
That's true, that's true.
Alert. Heretic runtime.
Ashley deserved to have a gun.
Absolutely.
Ashley deserves to come back. And I kind of feel like Capcom is planning to bring her back, and that's why they had her suggesting becoming Leon's partner in the remake.
Yeah. Leon and Ashley in the same game again. I play it.
And then at the end they get married. Because Leon realizes Ada was all wrong for him. Well, of course Of course you would play that. You're Ashley.
It's a canon event. I can't interfere.
Right, I forgot you've seen Across the Spider-Verse now.
I saw that all over my feed on Instagram. I did not know what it meant. But now I know.
It meant it was an event. That is canon.
I can't interfere.
They're all mine.
Acknowledged. Target contact. Under fire. Taking hits.
Hostiles with optical countermeasures. Ah!
Can't reach the target.
Ethel says, us Sylvians call it a fixed point, and Daniel, who is British, said, I was about to say that.
Can't target them! We've been spotted.
I'm pretty sure it's required by British law to like Doctor Who.
Taking hits.
Taking shits.
Can't reach the
Got one. Nice.
Data mining and analysis complete. Shepard Commander, it is time to choose. Do we rewrite the heretics or delete them?
Oh. Why am I deciding?
Why are you letting me make this decision? They're your people.
We are conflicted. There is no consensus among our higher order runtimes. 573 favor rewrite, and 571 favor destruction.
So
Shepard
democratically,
Commander,
rewrite
you have
wins.
fought the heretics.
So I guess we're doing rewrite.
We laughed. The Geth grant their fate to you.
Well, that's just how Legion would do things if the Geth were run democratically, but they're not. The
Killing your own people.
The Geth want a unanimous consensus.
You don't have any trouble wiping out your own people.
Every sapien has the right to make their own decisions. The heretics chose a path that prohibits coexistence.
That doesn't make sense. If they have the right to make their own decisions, how can you suggest brainwashing them to accept your way?
We stated the option exists. We did not endorse it. It is Shepard Commander's decision.
Why am I deciding? I mean, reusing the virus. Already picked one.
I was about to say that was the first thing you asked.
What's to stop them from using the virus later to change themselves back?
We will delete the virus after using it. We judge it too dangerous to allow its existence.
Also, like, if the virus has been used on them, then they won't want to use it they won't want to use it anymore, so.
It's safer to kill them. Genocide.
Alright, I've played this game twice. Both times I've taken the rewrite option.
There's no guarantee they won't come to the same conclusions again, is there? To worship the Reapers and attack organics.
There is a non-zero probability of error.
Then blow them up. We have a chance to end this. I won't waste it.
Acknowledged. Collapsing antimatter magnetic modeling mechanisms. Done. Recommend withdrawal to Normandy.
3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime. That gave you 30 bad egg points.
Oh my god. I'm still better Paragon. Love that.
We barely even needed one of those minutes, as it turns out.
Yeah, I think it was a lot of time.
I think the fact that I have charge really helped get that time down. Destruction of Geth heretics may change entire galactic landscape, bolstering observation of Geth space to monitor any fleet movements. Regardless, data recovered from Geth Station offered valuable insight into AI social and technological processes. Legion should be committed to the mission after Shepard's help with the Geth heretics. Legion's got a new power, some new plating, and we have an upgrade that would only benefit Legion. We got some money, we got some platinum. Squad members will help you in surprising ways if you gain their loyalty, unlike Tali or Zaid.
The IFF is nearly installed, Shepard. However, I must test its impact on the Normandy systems. I suggest you take the shuttle to access your next location.
That's what you said last time, Edie. Okay, I can afford this, but I can't get it until I get other upgrades. Same here. Okay, and there's things that I don't have enough resources to get.
IFF is nearly installed, Shepard.
Shut up, Edie.
However, I must test its...
Fire some weapons more quickly by tapping R2.
I suggest you take the shuttle to access your next location.
I suggest you get off my back, Edie.
She's so annoying.
Shepard.
Wondering about you.
I'd like to find out more about you.
Topic.
When we took you aboard, I noticed you have a piece of N7 armor welded to you. Where'd you get it?
It was yours. When you disappeared, we were sent to find you. We began where you first encountered the heretics.
Eden Prime.
After the old machine's attack, it was heavily defended. We were discovered. This is the impact of a rifle shot.
That was 2 years ago.
That was 2 years ago.
You've been looking for me for 2 years?
We visited Therum, Theros, Noveria, Vermeer, Ilos. A dozen unsettled worlds. The trail ended at Normandy's wreckage. You were not there. Organic transmissions claimed your death. We recovered this debris from your hard suit.
Why use my armor?
Okay, so you don't want to investigate?
Nah.
Okay.
That doesn't explain why you used my armor to fix yourself.
There was a hole.
But why didn't you fix it sooner, or with something else?
No data available.
Shepard, why are you so intense about this?
I didn't think she'd be that intense about it.
Shepard.
I'd like to find out
Fate
more
of the
about...
We're building a consensus. Please try again later.
I have questions about the Geth.
Specify.
We need every
upgrade.
advantage if this mission is going to succeed. Is there any technology the Geth can share with us?
Limited code development is approved. We need to access your FTL comm system to download relevant data.
Edie, let Legion through the firewalls for a minute.
Very well, Shepard.
Okay, yeah, so it's just Legion's unique sniper rifle. We can do without.
Fate of the heretics.
What happens to the heretics now?
Many heretics remain in isolated systems. It is not impossible for them to rebuild.
There's still a chance they could attack again.
The probability is low. If so, it would take many years.
I have questions about the Geth.
Specify.
Got the speech?
I'm surprised you can speak. The Geth I fought before just made a stuttering sound.
We prefer direct digital transfer. Geth network communication travels at light speed. Human hardware does not support this method. Your analog oral communication is inefficient.
Geth government.
Did Geth have a government?
Not as you understand. We are all Geth. We build consensus.
Most governments do.
Organic governments impose consensus. From a single point of view in autocracies. By codifying the most broadly acceptable average of views in democracies.
And what do Geth do?
So what makes the Geth different?
Data is shared between Geth. All viewpoints are considered. Consensus is achieved as data is disseminated.
That must take a long time.
It would for organics. We communicate at the speed of light.
Sovereign
and the Geth.
Did Sovereign contact the Geth, or did you seek it out?
Nazara, the entity you called Sovereign, signaled us. Like the Geth, the old machine listened to organic radio transmissions. It knew of our war against the creators. Nazara contacted many species over the millennia, seeking allies.
Nazara?
Nara.
What did you call Sovereign?
Nazara. That was what the programs within the Reaper called themselves. Sovereign was a title given by Saren Arterius. Saren and the heretics believed Nazara to be a supreme ruler, a sovereign.
Multiple programs.
Multiple programs?
Sovereign was one ship. You're saying there were multiple programs inside it?
One ship, one will, many minds, like the Geth. We study your records. Sovereign told you this on Ilos. We are each a nation, independent, free of all weakness. A state compelling to the Geth. We are a nation, but interdependent. Separation is our weakness.
Allies?
Allies.
Some of the Geth followed Sovereign. The heretics.
The heretics accepted their technology. The old machines offered to give us our future. The Geth will achieve their own future.
What difference does it make how you acquire a certain technology?
Technology is not a straight line. There are many paths to the same end. Accepting another's path blinds you to alternatives. Nazara, Sovereign, said this itself. Your civilization is based upon the technology of the mass relays, our technology. By using it, your society develops along the paths we desire.
I have to get back to work.
Acknowledged.
All right, we are now 14 minutes over, so that's gonna be it for tonight. Twitch chat. Hope y'all had fun. Hope y'all will join us on Starburst channel on Monday for finally the finale of The Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks.
Thanks, fuck.
And then come back here on Tuesday for more Mass Effect 2, where we'll finally fucking take that shuttle Edie has been nagging us about. Bye,
Yes.
Twitch chat. Loves y'all.
I suggest you take the
Bye,
shuttle
Twitch
to
chat.
access
Loves ya.
Unit's location.